Good evening and welcome to Game 1 of the SHUKC Game of the Week doubleheader. We're going to do two games tonight, starting out with the Lady Wildcats hosting the Schlagle Stallions. Let's run through the starters for the Schlagle Stallions, the visiting team here at Washington. Number 3, freshman Rihanna Lawson. Number 10, junior Dee Robertson. Number 15, Ashley Daniels is a sophomore. Number 22, Shay Scales, talented point guard for the Stallions. She's a senior. And number 35, Miss Do Everything, Kiera Brown. Listed as a sophomore. I thought she was a junior, but that's all good. We'll go over to the Washington Wildcats. Starter number 2, Andrea Johnson. Number 12, Mariah Lewis, sophomore. Number 21, Erica Jones, a senior for this squad. Number 23, Jasmine Sykes. She is a junior. Number 24, Deshauna Freeman, who is a sophomore. Young squad for the Washington Wildcats, who got off to a very, very hot start and have run into some better competition now that they are within the league, Schlagle and Sumner. I am joined by Mr. Vernon Birmingham. How are you doing, Vernon?
I am doing quite well this evening, sir.
Ready for some girls action, our first girls game of the year.
And our last.
Shay Scales takes the tip quickly over to Brown, who cannot collect. It'll go out of bounds. Quick turnover for the Schlagle Stallions.
So last time these two teams met up, we're not even going to put Molly Wop out. We actually will call it something. We have to come up with something much worse than a Molly Wop.
Here's that pressure from Schlagle. Knocked away by Robertson. Back out to Scales. He drives into the lane all the way up and good.
Good job there by splitting the two defenders there, not drawing the charge.
You see this press set up 1-2, 1-1-2, one look. Washington able to get into the front court. That's going to be a foul on Kiera Brown on the sideline.
Yep,
that'll be her first foul.
So it looks like the pressure that Schlagle attempts to put on is not much of a trap type. It's just kind of slow them up a little bit and see if you can kind of force them into some unforced turnover.
3 on the way for Washington is up, no good. Rebound by Lawson, who's going to lose it. But out of bounds, number 12, good hands, Mariah Lewis, the sophomore, knocked it out of bounds. It will be Schlagle basketball, and it will be Rihanna Lawson bringing it to the front court against Sykes. Lawson, the lefty, had a breakout freshman season. Robertson saves it back in under the basket, up ahead to Sykes, who loses it, and then gets it back.
Real sloppy early on.
Jones set in the middle of the court. Johnson swings back out to Sykes. Pressure defense from Schlagle. Although they're in the zone, they will still get up and play tight coverage. 3 on the way for Washington is off long. Shay Scales with a rebound, pushing the other way with numbers.
Look ahead. Again, another tough pass.
Robertson's doing a good job getting down the floor, but not able to sync up here early as another turnover for the Schlagle Stallions. Pressure set up again. Sykes lobs it up ahead to Johnson. This number 12, Mariah Lewis, aggressive to the basket, is going to get 2 free throws.
Yeah, right now she's the aggressive one on the offensive end for the Lady Cats. Put up a couple of threes in the corner. That time actually put the ball down and drove to the basket and was able to draw a foul. So Washington's going to get opportunity here to get their first points on the board this evening.
First free throw on the way from Lewis is short. Second on the way is up and good, and Washington on the board, and they want to set up some pressure of their own. Man-to-man look as Lawson moves into the front court. Got a path all the way to the basket. Sykes with a block, knocks it out of bounds. We stay with Schlagle. Number 15, Ashley Daniels triggers into Scales. Nice move in the lane, floaters up and good. Shay Scales. 2 early buckets for the Stallions.
Nice use of the floater there, pulling up in the lane.
Sykes looking to dribble through the pressure. She's going to get another foul. This was going to be on Daniels. First-year coach Mark Western taking over and a breath of fresh air for the Schlagle Stallions this year.
Brown got away with potentially almost a second foul there.
Pass, grab ball on the ground. It's going to be a jump ball. It will be still Washington's ball. Ball out underneath. It will be Lewis triggering in for the Lady Cats. Good pass in underneath, shot up and good. Number 21, Erica Jones gets the first field goal for the Washington Wildcats.
Good execution there on the inbounds play.
Lawson with a nice crossover move. Left hand, up, no good, but she'll go to the free throw line.
No good use of the crossover there by Lawson. You know, one thing I've kind of said about her early in the year, she has really great overall game, which is, you know, as she continues to grow, she can probably get a little bit stronger on the dribble with the right hand. So we'll see how that develops over the course of the next year or two.
First free throw is up and good. Schlagle sits atop the KCAL, undefeated. As the second free throw goes down for Lawson. Sykes in the backcourt looking to work through the zone. A lot of dribbling. Up ahead, that's going to be caught and out of bounds. It will be a turnover as Erica Jones wasn't able to avoid stepping out of bounds.
So, yeah, you know, the key here is it's not like Schlagle's putting on, like, much pressure. But if you're the Lady Wildcats, you just have to be a little bit more patient there and try not to rush things. It looks like they got a little bit in a hurry there and panic and threw it out of bounds.
Lawson comes up. Takes a screen. Brown, lefty, up, no good. Lewis goes to the floor hard.
So that's it's going to be Brown's
Check that
second
Jones.
foul there. So she's going to have to sit here probably for quite a while. Not even 3 minutes into the game on game clock, and she's picked up her second foul.
Erica Jones who came down hard on that play, wasn't able to break her fall at all. She will get to her feet. So Kiera Brown will have to go to the bench. See what Coach Western draws up here. Number 23, Jade Waldrop. Senior guard comes into the game for Brown still. Same pressure set up for Schlagle. Get the tip ball. Sykes up ahead. Pass down underneath, good catch. We'll go back to the free throw line.
Good job there by Lewis, cutting towards the basket, not waiting on the ball. She sits there and wait for it to come. It might get deflected again by the Lady Stallions. So again, right now, only one that's really showing aggression at all from the Lady Wildcats is Lewis.
Johnson comes cross court to Lewis. Sykes now working up front. 1-2-2, kind of a 3-2 type look that Schlagle runs. 3 on the way. No good, short. Robertson with the rebound. Shay Scales up ahead. Layup is up and good. Shay Scales, 3 early field goals.
6 of the 8 right now. I was about to say got away with a walk, but not quite. So like I said, I'll actually call it, I won't call it quite token pressure, but it's causing problems for the Lady Wildcats. And what you can kind of see there is the lack of maybe a true ball handler.
I think the best way to describe it is they make you execute. You got to be able to move the ball and dribble the ball crisply, and if you're off just a little bit, then the Stallions are able to take advantage and get turnovers and get in transition. So Schlagle off to an 8-3 start here early in the first quarter. As the Washington band gets warmed up, the loudest gym in the SHUKC area. Not sure if it was intended in the designs of this building, but it does hold the sound well. Waldrop set to trigger in for Schlagle. Scales comes in as Johnson playing pressure defense. Scales gets through, whips a pass across. It does get through, but no good. And there's Lewis again with a defensive rebound, and she's going to get fouled one more time.
So another cheap foul, but like even there, soon she got the ball, she actually started dribbling with her head down.
Right.
Which, you know, at this level, you can't afford that.
Washington's ball, 16 fouls for Schlagle, so that aggression causing a bit of a problem now in the foul column. Next foul on the Schlagle Stallions will put Washington in the bonus for the remainder of this half. Sykes up ahead, throws it out of bounds, and there's the execution we talked about, unforced error by the Washington Wildcats. Coach Tate go to his bench, pull in number 14, Christine Roberts, a junior. Number 14, as Washington sets up in a 1-2-2 look. Trap over on the sideline, well done, stolen. Lewis again, all the way to the basket, left-hand layup is no good. Rebound, Waldrop, she's not able to handle. It's on the floor, and we're gonna have a tie-up.
I'll tell you what the true problem there was not, I mean, she didn't even use her left hand. She actually went up two hands, and not having a true left hand made that a more difficult opportunity than it should be. But, you know, like you said, the good trap there by the Lady Wildcats was able to force the freshman into a little bit of a turnover there. You know, and that's one thing the young player wants to, you know, recognize early on is, you know, you don't go to the sideline or to the corner. You try to do your best to stay away from there.
Nisha Owens, number 24, checks in for Schlagle. Three-point specialist for the Stallions. As Lawson trips and falls, no call. Guess they're saying she caught on her own foot.
Actually, ball ended up going off of number 21 there.
Oh, check that.
Erica Jones, as she tried to grab it.
Waldrop triggers in to Lawson. Good pass in the middle. Waldrop got her head knocked. And we'll pick up the second foul on the Wildcats. It'll be ball out underneath for the Stallions.
And, you know, that was kind of a little bit poor execution there for Washington. You actually allowed her to go to her left, which is a strong hand, which allowed her to penetrate in there to the middle and drop that ball off.
Scales goes baseline, drops it to Waldrop up. She's going to go to the free throw line.
You know, what you want to do rest of the night is do your best to force her to go to her right, which we saw what happened last time when she went to her right and got trapped. She ended up having a turnover.
Seeing Coach Peyton Leslie and the Schlagle Stallion boys team walk in here. Free throws coming up for Miss Waldrop. First on the way is up. Well, check that. That had to be the second free throw. So 1 of 2 for Waldrop. Pressure again set up. Lewis brings it into the front court. Johnson out front.
again, like we say numerous broadcasts, if you're watching and it gets that trap that they're showing you got to get somebody around the free throw line and try to find a way to get the ball in there instead of running around on the outside perimeters the whole time.
Talise Wallace checks in for Schlagle. Johnson comes in and knocks in a layup.
Andrea Johnson.
Gonna get a travel on Nisha Owens. Shay Scales, who just checked out, comes right back to the bench, or right back to the desk to check back in. And she will do so for Dee Robertson. Johnson will work into the front court. Schlagle dropping back just a little bit this time. Lewis. Little weave action, 3 on the way. Good. Andrea Johnson with 2 straight buckets for the Wildcats.
Come in and become instant offense.
Will be ball out for Schlagle. 14 fouls now on the Wildcats. That was a little bit. Now you're going to go back there. You better make sure you're already there as Lawson gets it to Waldrop underneath, turns down a layup attempt. They'll reset way out top with Scales.
Forcing the action there a little bit by Scales, but was able to draw the foul.
Be a 15 foul. A lot of fouls here in the first quarter. 11 now is what. I doubt they're going to give her 2 shots on that too. 11
fouls, 20 turnovers equals a 25-minute first quarter.
Scales at the line now for 2. We saw this last week when we did the Wyandotte game. Refs being a little bit generous with the continuation calls. Thought Scales didn't get that shot off, but she will benefit with 2 free throws, and she has not missed a shot yet. Miss Scales up ahead, tipped away by Owens. Scales again with the ball. Zips a pass to Lawson, who was not able to catch it clean. Waldrop in the lane, shot up and good.
From the hip.
So Washington now moved the ball well through the press. Ooh, big collision there. Looked like Waldrop took the worst of that, and Monty.
And the reason they had a little bit of success there, too, is they didn't sit there and hold the ball. She passed it to an outlet, then kept moving up the court herself, was able to get it back in the middle of the floor.
Now, we did a lot of 1-2-1-1 back in the day. I always remember having 3 people in the backcourt to try and work through a zone like that. You always often see teams with 2.
Instant offense, Andrea Johnson.
Johnson now filling it up here in the first quarter for the Wildcats. Wallace wasn't able to turn around and see. Waldrop underneath. Lawson all the way to the bucket.
Got a block.
Kristen Roberts picks up the foul. Lawson to go to the free throw line for 2. Fouls on Kristen Roberts. First free throw up and good.
Tell you what, Schlagle's been pretty solid from the free throw line. Much more solid than a lot of the dudes we've seen this year.
Second free throw from the freshman is up, no good.
Commentator Jinx.
Yes, I was just going to say, man, throwing salt all in their success. Sykes up ahead now. Good pass back to Sykes in the lane. No call. Nobody back for Washington as Nisha Owens got away with a double.
Yes, she did. But that was karma on the missed bunny.
It will be ball out underneath for Schlagle. Quickly into Owens. Lawson in the lane. Floater. Good.
Tell you what, anytime a guard can have a floater in their toolkit, makes them that much more dangerous.
Sykes.
It's a long pass.
Good job. I think that's the other thing we've seen from Schlagle this year is the athleticism of these players, especially Lawson as a freshman, got some length on her with some long arms, able to get to those passes that are not as crisp as we get our first look here at Miss Tavia Holt.
You know what, and for the girls' game, if you don't have a lot of size, you better be athletic, and that's kind of what you're saying there. You know, a lot of the good girls' teams.
Cannot finish underneath. Waltrip to Wallace. Bad pass, turnover. Lewis, again, hadn't been able to knock down any shots here in the first quarter, but she's been active on the glass.
Was that a bad pass, or did that slip? That was so bad, I will say it slipped out her hand.
Oh, almost got some cookies out here. As Nisha Owens hustling with 1 second left. Kind of just watch the clock run out, but we'll be at the end of one now, 16-10. This is David Brox with Vernon Birmingham. We will be right back. Cookies out front, started the second quarter. Owens loses it out of bounds. It will be Washington Wildcat basketball.
And she was better off taking one more dribble and going for the layup. Tough pass there at that location.
Pressure set up again. Washington gets it to Sykes in the middle of the court. And they keep going down there, and Wallace is still there.
There's not much for you to do down there.
They do call a tip ball. It will stay with Washington. We apologize for the first minute of the first quarter. A little camera snafu.
That's when I was the hottest.
Sykes.
It goes downhill from here.
Lewis with another three, long this time. Shea Scales with a rebound, pushing the other way, creating numbers with her speed. Can't finish. Waltrip follows.
Good follow there by Waltrip, but Scales was able to dribble all the way down the court. Nobody stopped ball. See some basic fundamentals in basketball IQ missing out here.
Ball, another unforced error. Waldrop, Owens a check out. Robertson and Daniels a check back in for Schlagle. Kiera Brown straddled with 2 fouls, still sitting here in the second quarter.
Turnover there by Lawson.
Shot up for Washington, cannot finish. Waltrip tie up underneath. It will be Schlagle basketball. Pressure. Kind of a man-to-man look. They're trying to set up the press. Lawson stops, gets it to Holt. Waldrop,
good pass.
Down underneath, cannot finish the layup. Waldrop with an offensive rebound. Didn't bring it down, though, to try and get it back up. Daniels, Ashley Daniels missed that layup. Washington been stuck on 10 for a while now. Pass up through, almost turned over. Kick stop. I thought that was out on Freeman, but they call it Washington basketball. Shea Scales. Coach Western's not bashful about bringing in his point guard that can handle that ball. Lewis will trigger in for Washington.
Go offensive.
Like they get
Johnson.
The illegal screen pick set up. Andrea, I apologize. Calling Andrea. Tipped away.
Another turnover.
Lewis off the foot of Lawson. Lewis dribbles into the lane. Trap set up in the corners. Stolen by Schlagle, moving the other way. Nice pass. Layup is up and good.
Excellent.
Good fast break there from Daniels to Robertson.
Yeah, I was going to say, great pass there by Daniels.
Johnson.
So again, for most part, Schlagle's just having, Washington's having just difficulty getting any type of offensive rhythm this ball game.
Johnson, another three on the way is no good. A lot of contact over here near side, nothing called.
Actually, we want to get some free throws now.
Waldrop's in there hustling, but she's getting knocked to the floor a lot. She will head to the free throw line for a 1-and-1. Waldrop sporting the number 23. I'm a proponent of outlawing that number from being used. Lewis in the front court, cut off. She'll reset out front. Another tie-up, and it will be Schlagle's ball again. Not sure how that happened, but
I guess she's had another one right before that. Our 9th tie-up of the game. Official stat tracker.
Adriana Searles checks in for Washington, number 11. She's a junior for the Washington Wildcats. Ashley Daniels to the line for the Schlagle Stallions. Shooting. Free throw is up and good. So again, when Vernon keeps his mouth shut, they're able to knock down their free throws.
See here, Daniels, she can stay perfect on this trip to the free throw line.
Second on the way is up and good.
Reverse jinx.
Did not touch the rim, as Coach Tate wants to talk about it. He's been stuck at 10 for about 3 or 4 minutes now. You see one of our favorite, now former head coach of the Washington Wildcat football team doing push-ups in between. I see he's got a partner over there this time now that we're here at Schlagle.
I'm sure he'll be very disappointed if he ends up doing 10 again after this quarter.
Well, I'm talking about my guy over here on the right was short-arming him a little bit.
Oh, now you're the expert push-up.
I want to see locked arms after each one.
Now you're evaluating and commentating the push-up.
But if you really want to impress me, you need to do them on the bleachers. Keep your balance.
You need to do them one hand like I do.
Do some one-handed diamond push-ups.
One arm.
So Schlagle on a collision course, last game of the season. Again, undefeated, looking like worst case for them would be a share of the title if they are not able to go to Sumner Academy and get that win. A very fun matchup in that first game between Sumner and Schlagle. Overtime victory at home for the Stallions. Rihanna Lawson was the star of that game, as Washington will have the ball out underneath. Pressure set up again by Schlagle. More of a man-to-man look this time around. Good ball movement by Washington to get the ball in the front court to Lewis. Dribbles through, stolen by Lawson underneath. She pushes the other way. Euro step is up, no good. The Euro. I forgot we got to use it as a noun. Lawson looking to take those cookies. She gets tackled to the floor.
People on the ground all game.
Searles. Good, nice finish with the right hand.
The overhead power layup.
Adriana Searles, the scales, gets into the lane again, drops it down.
Got away with a travel. Another missed bunny. But Washington finally got off the 10 spot.
The Wildcats still in shouting distance of the Stallions here in the first half. 4 minutes, 17 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Shouting distance, I like that.
A little bit of confusion here. Looks like we're heading down to have shoot free throws by the Washington Wildcats. Number 21, Erica Jones. It's Tylese Wallace. Checks into the ball game. Younger sister of Mr. SHUKC fame, TJ Wallace. Two-time All-SHUKC player on the football field. First free throw from Jones is up and good. Second on the way, up and no good, off. Wallace clears on the glass. Nisha Owens now pushing the other way for Schlagle. Scales spins, and a foul is called. I'm a little skeptical there, but Scales will go back to the free throw line now for free throws, where she has only missed one time. First free throw from Scales is up and good. I'll tell you what, Vernon jinxed them, but he's right. They've been doing well from the free throw line. Second on the way from Scales is no good. And Vernon jinxed again. Nisha Owens with a steal. Kind of just throws it to the opposite side. Washington steals it back. Andrea Johnson clears for the Wildcats and dribbles into the front court.
She's been offense. Get it back to her. Let her get a heat check.
Johnson crossed the Searles. Lewis pulled three again from the same spot. Unable to get it as Lawson catches it in the front court. Gets a shot up and gets fouled.
That goes to something I kind of mentioned earlier. You know, she gets fouled and gets hit on her left arm there because she's doing a left-hand layup from the right side. If she's stronger with that right, she can maybe go up and get the layup and get an and-one opportunity there.
Didn't give herself a lot of room. Got real close to the sideline there, but she will get two free throws. First is up long, off back rim. Second free throw for Lawson to try and push this lead to 11 is good. Will allow Schlagle to set up a little bit of pressure. Andrea Johnson dribbles into the front, good pass over to Lewis, who's got a path to the bucket. Cannot finish, gets her own rebound. Dribbles out to reset. Andrea Johnson out front does so. Scales, big contact, Amani Carter.
So another person on the ground.
Sure, and with this time, Scales will get called for the foul, and Jones will go back to the free throw line. Fouls stacking up on both teams. Tavia Holt checks back in for Scales. We'll see if she gets to make it to her chair this time. Jones' first free throw is going to be long. Offensive rebound, Carter with an opportunity. She gets it up on the rim and she'll go to the free throw line. A lot of free throws here in the first half. Schlagle took some small steps last year, but have been dominant in the KCAL. Has been competitive and a very aggressive schedule put together by the Schlagle Lady Stallions.
It's going to be key for them, though, staying at that, high level heading into sub-state. So, next couple weeks, they want to make sure they're playing their best. And actually, they've been they have a decent lead, but they've been.
You play against a couple of teams, Harmon's been down obviously for a while. Wyandotte beating teams by 50 is not the best way to prepare sometimes for the tougher teams that they'll see in sub-state. Searles gets it knocked away, but Amani Carter gets it over to Lewis. Johnson for 3. 2 bounces, another tipped away, another foul call. Tylese Wallace will get the call, and it will be Erica Johnson going to the free throw line again for the Wildcats. Free throws up, no good. Second free throw is good. Erica Johnson. Trap set up in the backcourt by Washington. Good tip away. Andrea Johnson steps in, not able to claim it for the Wildcats. Shay Scales gets about a minute and a half worth of rest. Checks in for Nisha Owens. Will be Lewis triggering in for Washington. Travel. Sykes will check back in for Searles. Lawson in the backcourt with Shells. Pressure look from Washington up ahead to Waltrip. Shells scale. Not able to finish.
So if you don't finish, to me it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Almost had a SHUKC top 10 moment here as we break some ankles. Scales, floater in the lane, no good again.
Wallace.
Tylese Wallace with a rebound. Amani Carter is going to get called for, actually is going to get benefit of a foul call. Got away with just a couple of steps. Shay Scales breaking ankles like I do.
But you're the guy who's on Twitter every other week saying how hurt you are from
I'm old
playing ball.
Man, don't remind me. Carter at the free throw line, up. No good as Washington's gone a little cold from the free throw line.
I said if they hit some free throws, this game would be a little bit closer.
And Washington still, again, they can see the Stallions at 9 and can knock it down here. Free throw is no good, offside rim, and it will be Washington ball. So not a wasted wasted points, but still get a possession, an extra possession on the ball out by Schlagle. Lewis triggering in to Sykes. 2-3 look from Schlagle. Lewis.
Honestly, I mean, we haven't seen many great outside shooters in the league on the girls' side, so I don't know why most teams
Lewis for 3, way off.
Don't play a zone.
Waldrop pushing the other way, up ahead, Nisha Owens. All the way to the bucket, up and good. Steps through.
Yeah, good job
Erica Jones.
Sliding to the right there by Jones.
Turnover, Holt up ahead. Bad pass to Scales.
turnover number 39 for the evening between both teams. Official stat tracker. Sponsored by Bassa.
Bassa Catfish ain't sponsoring no turnovers. Deshauna Freeman for the Wildcats checks into the ball game, sophomore. Sykes now, there we go. 3 players up front, 1 in the middle. They break the zone easily. Pass comes right back. Washington travels.
Another player on the hardwood.
Scales walking it up now. Gets it to Lawson, who's on the move in the lane. Floaters up, no good. Sykes clears for Washington, now pushing the other way. Stumbles through, stolen by Holt. Will come back the other way for Schlagle. Clear path to the bucket, up, no good. Will be Washington ball.
Yeah, clear path there. It's just missed the bunny.
Freeman will trigger in for Washington. Lewis. Ooh, give me those.
Not missing this layup.
Shea Scales.
Oh.
Block, no foul call.
Good hustle there, not giving up. Kristen Roberts.
Kind of big timed it there a little bit. Shea Scales took her time on that layup. Allowed Washington, they gave the ball to Washington. Ref spots it.
Should be blue ball, considering it was a block out of bounds.
And the refs have come to the conclusion that it is Schlagle's ball out of bounds. As the ever popular Jason Frank,
until he came in with a Yankees shirt on,
enters
popularity went out the door. Got a family operation going here.
Scales. Ooh, nice move. Just a jab step in the lane. She's going to go to the free throw line.
That's just not having good enough.
How early do I have to be? 4?
Jason Frank showed up, and he's hot.
Just coming through all in the broadcast, yelling.
You're broadcasting this? My bad.
And now everybody knows.
Hi, everybody.
A little bit of confusion.
Have any complaints about Jason Franks? Find him on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter.
Look like, I don't know what they call it, intentional? Scales will go to the free throw line. Not sure the call, but the first free throw from Scales is up and good. Big first half for Shea Scales.
SHUKC potential all-star game participant.
No,
we'll forget this potential.
Let's
She's
not
in.
be silly. She's in.
She's leading the team to a victory.
Scales will have to work through some coaching issues on the KCAL squad.
They call it double technical of some sort?
A double foul almost, I don't know.
Or a double foul, yeah. Since both teams are in the double bonus.
Stephen Peoples in the crowd here tonight, headed to Reveal to play football this next season. Second free throw coming for Freeman is short. Now the question is, whose ball is it?
Should be the Wildcats if they're going by. I don't know if they go by the arrow after that.
17 seconds and an opportunity for Washington to get it in under 10, which would be an accomplishment. Lewis.
She had a
12.
Look up,
trying to
get
get
a
one.
shot.
I don't know if you play the clock so much here as just trying to get a good shot as Lawson steals with 3. Fade away.
Fade away.
turns into an assist for Lawson as Waltrip
in the right place at the right time.
29-16 at the half. SHUKC's game of the week. David Brox with Vernon Birmingham.
So it looks like Coach Salzgiver will only add 6 push-ups to the total.
Tell him my guy on the right is not doing push-ups.
You are correct.
He's doing some Jason Frank push-ups over here. This is David Brox with Vernon Birmingham. We'll be right back. All right, David Brox back. Started the third quarter. We will have to get our scoreboard reset, but it is 29-16. Washington with the ball as Sykes gets called for the double dribble. I'm about to say that was one of the more deceptive moves I've seen, but does get called for the double. Schlagle ball on the unforced turnover. Scales working on a strong first half.
So we'll see Kiera Brown back here in this half. She had to sit pretty much most of the first half. She only played about 3 minutes before picking up those couple of quick fouls. So see if she can stay on the court here in this half.
Sykes. Again, everybody kind of leaving her. Here's Brown with the steal. Into the lane. Good pass across.
Good pass, good finish. Good job there by Robertson. Did a good job of keeping the ball high.
Again, they're just leaving Sykes back in the back and kind of running back down court. Shot up, no good. Rebound by Schlagle. Good pass by Scales. Finish again. Three-point opportunity for the Schlagle Stallions. You can go. Schlagle, who has done well from the free throw line.
3-point. Did she make the layup? Yeah,
yes, she did. It was a three-point play, and now she's going to try and take the ball out, too. Ashley Daniels with a three-point play. Stolen again, Scales. In the lane, floater up and one. Shea Scales.
Just like that. Game's getting out of control. So earlier you mentioned they were in shouting distance.
All right, they ain't gonna make it. Washington stays in and helps this time. Lewis able to dribble it into the front court. Andrea Johnson tries to go down low. Lewis has her pass knocked away, so will be Washington ball. Pass in, Andrea Johnson able to clear. Jones gets it over, shot up, no good.
Schlagle does a good job of getting the ball.
Layup is good by Rihanna Lawson. Timeout.
They find the outlet and they get the ball going. She just kind of turned, didn't matter what side. She just was throwing it out to a wing.
Timeout by the Wildcats. Coach Tate doesn't have much to say in the timeout, but he called it anyway. 38-16.
I think the new turn might be coming out tonight.
You're going to unveil it?
Going to unveil it tonight, looks like. Lets the Lady Cats find some fight. Schlagle's going to keep the pressure up as well, trying to take their soul.
Ball in. Lewis gets baseline. Nice move up. Yeah. Gets the finish. Well done.
Good job. And, well, you know, she took one extra dribble there to get her in good position.
Good pass up ahead. Another assist for Shea Scales.
Got to get back on D, though.
Ashley Daniels finishes again. Another steal. Up and good by Dee Robertson. Things getting away from the Lady Wildcats here. Schlagle's pressure. Lewis for three. No good. Offensive rebound, though, by Jones. Goes to the bucket. She gets a foul to be on the floor. Ball out underneath for the Wildcats. Washington, not sure it's touched, so that'll be okay going into the backcourt. Looks like one of the Schlagle players took a shot there. And they have got an elbow to the stomach is what Coach Wester's saying. Dee Robertson had a strong game here for the Stallions. Looks like she's going to shake it off.
She's going to have to come out for at least a possession.
Waldrop will come back into the game. She had a good first half for the Stallions, real active on the glass.
The tattoo Waldrop has on the right forearm.
Yeah, I noticed that. I was wondering what that is. We're going to have to.
Did we have a tattoo on Lewis?
Get the ink in high school.
The sophomore at that. Can you get ink at that young?
I don't know if you have to get a teacher.
Did Mark just say prison tattoo? You just say it was done at the crib?
I don't know, it looks a little bit too done to be handmade, so.
You just brought prison tattoo into the broadcast.
You did that on your own.
You see how quick he sold me out too? He's like, no, it wasn't we, it was you.
Permission.
As Mark Snyder makes his broadcast debut. Andrea Johnson. Ball knocked away. She's down on the floor. We'll get it out of there, but they're going to call it travel.
We'll call the travel on the rollover.
So it wasn't the steps, it was the roll?
It was the rollover. She was on the ground. It was the rollover. The tuck and roll.
Scales.
There's nowhere to go there, Scales. One of the few four plays for her.
Maybe write a column on the lost art of the ball reversal. Wide pass is Lewis. And trying to get a. Seeing some shenanigans up here in the camera booth. Chandler Herron working the camera for this ball game. Like somebody might have been dipping in my money and selling out the concession stand as an and one opportunity.
Johnson, I think without question, probably the leading scorer tonight for the Wildcats. Hit a three earlier, a couple other.
She had like 7 straight points at one point.
So she's probably pretty close to having half of the Lady Wildcats point total.
maybe some problems. I might get kicked out of here at the end of the third quarter. As Johnson finishes the three-point play, Scales. Brown up ahead, stolen.
Poor pass.
Andrea Johnson gets it up ahead to Lewis.
Long pass.
You see a reoccurring theme of looping long passes.
And a common theme of turnovers.
Waldrop drives to the lane, out, Scales for three. No good. Off back rim, Lewis with another rebound for Washington. Lewis all the way to the buckets, cookies again, Scales with a steal. Up ahead, nobody back for the Wildcats. Lawson with another pass, no good. Just kind of throws it up there too on the second shot. Brown now with a tip, pull-up jump shot is no good, long. Another offensive rebound for Schlagle, and it will be Miss Daniels going back to the free throw line for the Stallions.
The Stallions there had a 3-on-1 opportunity, was not able to capitalize.
First free throw on the way is up off rim. As we get some wholesale changes for Washington. 3 subs is Searles, Carter, and our first look, I believe, at Janae Sykes, sophomore. Second free throw as well short. Rebound Waldrop. Another opportunity, another possession for Schlagle. Will be foul on Andrea Johnson. Waldrop a trigger in, 2-3 set up from the Washington Wildcats. Lawson out front now working. Whips it into Brown.
Good job there by Johnson, able to get her hands in there to force a tie ball. Good idea there by Lawson, try to get the ball to the middle against the zone.
3 on the way is no good. Another offensive board, another possession for Schlagle. Brown looking to get in the scorebook
here. She said, I'm getting in this book tonight.
Lawson. Nice cross. Ooh. Didn't do much with it. Good hustle by number 11. She'll go to the free throw line. Andrea Searles not quitting. Good hustle into the backcourt. Searles will go to the free throw line for 2. First up and short. Second free throw on the way as we are down to 3 minutes here. Third quarter. Second free throw is no good. Ball out of bounds to Schlagle. Will be Waldrop triggering in for the Stallions, who have a comfortable 21-point lead here in the third quarter. Turnovers and pressure. Waldrop.
Just a little hot. Good idea there, good thought. Just a little hot with it.
Pressure still set up by Schlagle. They'll get another turnover.
Ball on the ground.
But there's your roll that didn't get called. Nisha Owens in the corner. Block. Covered by Washington. Good block there by Sykes, Janae Sykes. Owens with a travel.
I think we have enough footage tonight to be able to add a little Benny Hill theme music to it. Have a little fun with that over the weekend.
Speed it up.
Yep. It's just a little.
Kristen Roberts for Washington turns it over. 2-on-1 as Waldrop will go all the way to the bucket. Left hand layup's no good. Now 2-on-1 coming the other way. Searles go all the way to the bucket. She can't finish.
There's another person on the ground, another person on the ground, another person on the ground.
Hey, that's hustle, Vernon.
It's just like, it's just the clock stops again. And these quarters are taking quite a while with all the blown whistles.
We're going to go get Vernon a Snicker. He's not acting himself. Tavia Holt will trigger for the Stallions up ahead to Waldrop. Robertson. Shot up no good. Another rebound for Janae Sykes. Imani Carter catches. Layup is blocked. Nisha Owens. Lewis over to Carter. Down low to Jones. No good. Another block. Ball knocked out of bounds to go to Schlagle. Owens back to Waldrop.
Good job by Waldrop coming to the ball there, or it would have been a turnover.
Holt steps through. No call. We'll stay with Schlagle. Got Owens, Holt, Wallace, Waldrop, and Robertson in for Schlagle. As the refs.
Cheerleaders are getting chastised now.
Cheerleader asking the ref, can he talk to me like that? Another turnover. Coming the other way, Imani Carter for the Wildcats. Lewis over to Searles, who throws it out of bounds. Turnover, Washington. Schlagle ball.
Turnover number 67 for the ball game.
Holt back over to Waldrop. Token pressure up ahead. Wallace is going to get called for a travel. Turnover.
68.
Schlagle. We do try our best to be factual in our stats at SHUKC.
The IRS does our stats. I mean, they're pretty accurate plus some.
Minute 56 seconds here remaining. Third quarter. Washington trailing by 21. Lewis. Again, another nice move to the bucket. She can't finish. Imani Carter with a shot up and good. Waldrop. Robertson out front. Nisha Owens is yet to shoot a three. But she will get fouled here. Coach Western doesn't want any fouls.
Jason Frank with the Skittles. Beast mode.
Owens' first free throw is good. Second on the way for Owens is up and no good with 27. Johnson with another lazy pass, stolen by Schlagle. It will be a jump ball, I believe. And it will be Washington basketball. Looks like they call a foul.
Wallace.
I thought they called Robertson.
Jumping on top of the pile.
Refs chatting away here as Andrea Johnson will stand at the free throw line, and it looks like it will not be 1-1 just yet. Actually, they will be 1-1, although the team foul says 5.
No, it says 7 for Schlagle.
Oh, 7. Okay, understood. You're not the best color man in KC for nothing, Vernon.
Gotta stay on top of things, man. You know, you gotta pay attention, know what's going on.
Andrea Johnson knocks down the first of the front end. Knocks down the front end, second on the way. The bonus shot is no good. Ball out of bounds, and it will stay with Washington. It will be Lewis. Mariah triggering in for Washington.
This last 11.7, how many times do you think the clock will stop?
It won't, because they're going to dribble it out.
At least 2.
Foul underneath.
There's 1.
Will be number 21, Erica Jones, at the free throw line. Up and good. Good looking free throw. Second on the way is going to crawl out, and there's the second.
And Jones is one of 2 seniors on this roster.
A real young team for Washington.
So she may be the all-star representative.
The ball is knocked around a block. Waldrop collects, and Vernon Birmingham right once again. Clock stopped twice as we see. Well, let's check these push-ups. Let's see if he's going to work it out there. Well,
that's better, a little better.
A little better, I don't know that. It is
He's
better.
He's getting some extension. He's going to look up here for the praise. We'll have to give it to him.
You're going to give him a
knock out these 25. Oh, he's getting tired now, though.
Yeah, he's struggling.
You get some extension there at the elbow.
Yeah, there
so
he goes.
We get to give him the thumbs up.
He might have to get the thumbs there.
He took the badge off, too. That's what it was. It's all in the badge.
Yeah.
And they had to go right to that water because that 25 was rough for him.
All right, this is David Brock's end of the third quarter. We'll be right back. David Brock's back, start of the fourth quarter. And Washington with a mini run there to get it down to 18. We'll see if they have a run here. And will need to get hot from outside.
And Schlagle has her.
Three-pointer's no good. Offensive rebound cannot finish.
Schlagle did return their main core back to the lineup to start the fourth quarter. So that, that run had a little bit to do with who was on the court.
Lewis gets it into Jones. Ball out of bounds. It will stay with Washington. It seems like we've been down here for a while. Lewis. Lawson knocks it away. Lewis a trigger in once again for the Wildcats. Ball knocked away again. Lewis triggers in to Carter. Janae Sykes dribbling around, tries to get it into the middle, into the lane.
I think I am going to go back and watch his video to see how many times a player ends up on the ground.
Ball out underneath. It'll actually be 1-1 again for Andrea Johnson.
We'll make sure to have that official count uploaded to SHUKC.com.
1-1 opportunity. Again, opportunity to get a little bit closer here. First is good. Andrea Johnson, a bright spot without doubt for the Washington Wildcats tonight. She's in double figures. Second on the way is going to be short. Waldrop clears the rebound for Schlagle. Scales. Good pass underneath. Not able to handle. Lawson and pull. No good. Tie up. Players on the ground again.
I think we'll count the tie-ups too while we're at it.
Crowd starting to fill in for this rivalry matchup between the Washington Wildcats and the Schlagle Stallions. Waldrop triggers in the Scales. Pull-up jumpers, good. Shea Scales.
Early candidate for cookies.
Early candidate. I don't know who else you would be looking at this point, the way she's played.
Hey, I'm just trying to keep the viewers.
The suspense.
Yeah, trying to keep them locked in.
3 on the way from Lawson is short. Another well, I'll tell you what. Daniels has played a good game as well, finishing around the rim. Sykes. A lot of contact, no call. Kiera Brown pulls it away. Scales gets into the lane again. Floaters up off backboard. Block. Big block by Sykes. Andrea Johnson. Nobody really wanting to handle for Washington. Lewis, though, will bring it to the front court. Good pass to Carter. Up, cannot finish. Board rebound for Kiera Brown. Finally, they call a foul. We'll get a sub for the Washington Wildcats. Number 14, Kristen Roberts, will check into the ball game. Slow moving game. 7 o'clock here. Central time in KCK. Brown, clear path. Looking to get in the book. Cannot knock it down. Will be Washington ball. Boys game staring at a almost 8 o'clock start. Jones into the front court. Cross court pass to Roberts. Stolen. Shea Scales up ahead to Lawson. Lefty is no good. Waldrop clears the offensive board, puts back in. Waldrop's had a pretty good game too. Lewis loses it off hands. Jones blocked. Kiera Brown stolen back by Washington. 3 on the way. No good. Shea Scales with a rebound this time. Another pass up ahead and up. It's going to be out of bounds. Lawson misjudged that one.
Well, if you go cherry pick, you better run and cherry pick.
We're going to see some cherry picking in this next game, too. Brown. Lawson able to finish this one. We might have an all cherry picking team.
So that's where we want to see that again. I keep stressing this because she's young, but that's where you want to see her be able to use that right hand there.
Lawson up and good off the turnover. Surprised they didn't call that a kick, but
Schlagle stays in the press, up 27. Coach Western trying to deliver a statement in the KCAL.
Clearing his
but now
bench
he's going to
here.
clear that bench.
Only going 9 deep here tonight.
Well, you don't know how much issue it is, but I want to say the JV girls or the JV boys. And one of them was playing in the other gym right prior to this game. So if it was the JV girls, you can kind of see why maybe there's not a couple more girls on the bench. But
if they play varsity, you get 2 quarters.
yeah, but I'm saying you probably come over and just go to the stands. Figure they probably wouldn't need them.
Second free throw is up and good from Andrea Johnson. Andrea, I apologize, I keep saying that, Andrea. Lawson dribbling into the front court, steps through, out of control. Pressure defense. Timeout. Schlagle. So Vernon, what are you looking for as we head into these final few weeks in our coverage area?
I think the only thing, well, of course, the KCAL girls is going to come down to one game, and I think the KBL girls are pretty tight. I think we pretty much have a clear-cut winner on the boys' side for both at this point with Washington. Wyandotte
might have something to say.
Has an outside shot there.
At a share, at least they could take a portion.
But the way that Schlagle's been, the way that Washington's been playing, you kind of lean towards the side of Washington winning. But on the boys' side, since you actually handed them the trophy back in December,
that's called expert analysis.
Baser Linwood's going to probably run the table there. You know, Piper gave him a battle.
They battled twice, and they are staring at a possible matchup in sub-state as well.
And we always say it's hard to beat a team three times.
But Baser hadn't had a problem doing it at least last year. Coach Morris Letcher looking to solve that Baser Linwood problem. Free throw on the way is up, no good. Got a jam-packed SHUKC Sports Pass show tomorrow. Lewis able to recover the pass. Shot up. Free throws. Another foul. Number 35 into the ball game for
Coach King's daughter. Coach King's daughter. Can't tell you her name though, but I'm not going to mess that one up. But I do know it's Coach King's daughter.
Well, we'll have to check with Coach King. I don't want to butcher this young lady's name.
We might as well give it a shot. Nastasia.
Either way, she's at the free throw line shooting free throws. Knocks him down. Good ball movement there by Schlagle. Trap set up by Washington. Another foul.
Another whistle.
Rihanna Lawson to go to the free throw line. So I don't even know how to really describe this game. Just taking care of business, the Schlagle Stallions, as Searles will check back in for the Wildcats.
It just kind of tells you, though, that the gap is wide between these two teams. We thought going into the season it might be a lot closer. But, you know, we didn't know what Schlagle had. We thought Schlagle, Sumner, and Washington would all kind of be right there. But we see the gap is actually wide between the two schools.
Holt, jump shot, no good. Another offensive board, another stolen possession by the Stallions. Owens with another offensive rebound as they kind of juggle the ball around. Lawson for three.
I'm getting mine.
Get yours off the boards. It's King. Snatches away the rebound. It will be Washington ball.
Doesn't matter. We have a 24, let me do my math real quick, 24-point lead. and still throwing up some threes.
Okay. Shot on the way is no good. Another offensive rebound by Jones.
Cherry pick.
Tavia Holt.
She said,
Lewis
I
tried
want
to
to
take
get
a
mine.
charge. Lewis jumps up, and now she's got a clear path going the other way for Washington. She can't finish. King with a rebound, no good. Wallace.
These officials are not going to blow this whistle.
Lawson goes behind the back to Holt. Layup is good. Again, going right hand on the left side.
So that, that's the only. I ain't gonna say that's one of the weaknesses that we see for the young, talented freshmen.
Shay Scales will come in and see if she can get a few more buckets. Johnson. Lewis for three, no good. She struggled tonight from outside. Brown up ahead. Owens will lay it up and in. A quality right-hand layup. Lewis. Johnson, no, refs are kind of swallowing the whistles here a little bit.
Should have swallowed it in the first quarter.
Brown off rim. She'll go to the free throw line looking to get in the book. Kiera Brown, the only SHUKC player this season with a triple-double. She had a triple-double also last year. Enjoyed talking to her on SHUKC Sports Pass as the first free throw. She got the reverse jinx.
I don't think she's getting in this book tonight.
Knock this down, Kiera. Get in the book. Second on the way is good. Kiera Brown. But I think that says a lot about the Stallions team, that their best player has got 1 point. And they're still ahead by 19. Brown up ahead. Scales with a spin. Go to the free throw line. Subs coming in. Kristen Roberts set to check in for the Lady Wildcats. Janae Sykes, Erica Jones. For the final 140 of this ball game. No good on the second free throw. Yeah, we're going to have to talk to Coach Western about this pressure in the fourth quarter. Not calling the dogs off. They will run the clock here up.
30.
30 points is the where they draw the line? I thought it was more than that. Brown comes up. Left-hand pass is stolen by Searles. Good job getting to the rim, just not able to finish. Brown working into the front court.
Dribbling too much.
Scales out front now. And we will see her dribble. and wind the clock here in the fourth quarter. And Schlagle will get a 30-point.
So we're going to try to get Coach Western. And
Garrett Brown says,
said, let me add another turnover to the book.
you putting her on blast.
Let us get 75.
They will run the clock, and we will be at the end of the game. 59-29 final, Schlagle Stallions. We will call Miss Scales our SHUKC player of the game.
Scales.
As the Schlagle Stallions declare the Wash House their house. This is David Brox. We'll see if we can go grab Coach Western. We'll be right back. All right, David Brock's back with our player of the game, Miss Shay Scales.
Hold on, before player of the game, the first official selection of the 2015
We got
SHUKC KCAL Girls All-Star Team. So congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Do you accept the invitation to play in the All-Star game?
Of course.
So Shay Scales, one of the most talented guards here in the area. Talk about how important it is. I mean, it's an easy win with 30-point win, but how important is it to come on the road and get a win in the league?
Oh, it's very important carrying our lead, our record.
So early in the game, both teams kind of struggled to get going a little bit. A lot of sloppiness, a lot of turnovers. You kind of got the team going. Talk a little bit about your leadership and just kind of getting the team going and start building a little bit of a lead.
Well, we just had to bring our intensity. Our third quarter is our best quarter by far. And our pressure just threw them off from the whole game.
So you guys still undefeated in the league. You got a big matchup coming up with Sumner Academy. You guys looking forward to that matchup again after getting a win at home?
Yes.
So what do you think about that matchup? You guys going to be able to go there and get that victory?
It's going to be a good game, but I think we can get it.
So we do something here of our player of the game. All those steals and everything you get the best cookies in the area, in the world. Oreo cookies, you share those with your teammates. We appreciate all your hard work, and good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
All right. This is David Brox. We're running Birmingham and our player of the game, Shay Scales. We'll be right back. All right, David Brox back with Coach Western. I mean, you've been blowing teams out here in the league, but it is important to get them on the road. Talk a little bit about staying focused and getting this win here in Washington.
I thought early on we just weren't handling maybe it was the atmosphere, maybe it was just because we came off a game against a team that's not quite as talented as Washington, but we just came out flat. No excuses. We had a good practice yesterday. But, sometimes there's going to be halves like that. I thought in the second half we did a little better job and turned it around. Our pressure really got to them, especially right at the beginning of the third. And that kind of ended the game.
So we talked a little, actually we kind of mentioned the same thing. Both teams kind of started off sloppy, not as much intensity, and your team kind of got going a little bit. How important is it for you to see that finishing the rest of the season and trying to start getting ready for sub-state to be able to come out not being flat, like you mentioned?
Well, if we have a half like that in a sub-state game, we're going home. And that's what we talked about at halftime. The word is improvement right now. If we're not improving, other teams are. And our goal from the beginning of the year has been to finish undefeated in league and then to make a run at state. Our sub-state's setting up pretty nice, but dang it, if we play like that in a half against Lansing or Shawnee Heights, we're going home. There's no second chances. So the kids have to understand that if you don't improve, you're getting left behind right now at this point in the season.
Kiera Brown, early foul trouble, didn't play much at all in this game, but you're still got enough players around to be able to get a victory. Talk a little bit about, Kiera not being there and having players like Shea Scales step up and play big.
I just statted the Harmon game today, and Kiera had 16, 9 steals, and 9 rebounds, so she almost got another one. I've had to continue to teach her a lesson. Last year, foul trouble plagued her. From what I heard from her mom and from players last year, she just couldn't stay on the floor. So even though tonight I probably could have let her ride with 2 fouls in the first half, the lesson to me is teaching her as a junior and senior and then on to college, you're not going to get to play when you have 2 fouls. And sometimes in a game where I'm a little more fearful of a loss, she'll play there. But I've got to teach her lessons while I still can.
So we talked a little bit about sub-state and state, but we still have to finish up this league. So you got a big showdown coming up not too long from now with Sumner. Talk about how important that game is to finish the clean sweep.
They're going to be ready. I promise you, they felt like we stole one, and we probably did, to be real honest. Coach Allen will have them prepared, and those girls are going to be ready to hit us in the teeth. I thought tonight's environment might create something where we could prepare mentally for how Sumner will feel. I don't know. I'm expecting that crowd to be hostile and ready to attack. Trust me when I say this, that game is going to be the toughest game we played all season. We played some good teams. So our girls are waiting for it. I'm waiting for it. And I just want to see how good we really are right now.
Western stays undefeated here in the KCAL. Good victory tonight here on the road. We appreciate your hard work. Keep doing what you're doing. This is David Brox, Coach Western in Vernon, Birmingham. We'll be right back with Game 2.